She's bold at the crease, calm under pressure, and a role model to millions. Namaskar and welcome to Live Your Best Life Unscripted, where we dive into real stories of resilience, performance, and purpose. Today, we are joined by someone who's not just a star on the field, but also a symbol of strength, focus, and grace beyond it. Smriti Mandhana isn't just a name on a jersey, she's a movement. From breaking stereotypes to setting records, she continues to redefine what it means to be a modern athlete and a confident young woman who is in charge of her story. In this episode, we will talk about her mindset, her routines, the role of nutrition, breaking stereotypes, and the pressure of playing for a billion hearts. Let's get into the innings beyond the scoreboard. Smriti, welcome to the show. So, Smriti, you just returned from Sri Lanka, and congratulations on India winning the Tri Series. Okay, and 342 was the highest score in the final.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not good with stats, but yeah, I think it was a good team effort. The whole tournament, everyone really batted extremely well, fielded well, bowled well. Tough conditions to be part of in terms of the heat, but really happy that the way team fought back.
Yeah, and you were really inspiring a final, a century in the finals. Okay, how did it feel?
I think I have some defect with emotions. Not very emotional person. Just happy that could get the job done for the team. I think that's the happiest part that we won the match. And yeah, otherwise I feel it felt good. The first four matches I got starts, but I could not convert it. So was a little disappointed with myself. So happy that I could convert that in the final.
So, congratulations on that. It was really inspiring. Smriti, you have been inspiring, millions. Okay, tell me, when did you get that spark? Kick up crickety hai, and this is going to be your future.
I think mummy ke pet se. That's what I joke about at my house, that because my dad like a hardcore cricket fan. He played cricket. He really wanted both of us, me and my brother, to be cricketers. So the only thing which we heard growing up was cricket. And since I was 5 year old, I started playing leather ball cricket alongside my brother, and since then it's just been cricket. I mean, I didn't know anything else. Even at this time, I feel that thank God I chose cricket, but because I'm not good at anything else. So yeah, I mean, it all started when I was 5, and first time when I got selected when I was 11 for my state team is when I realized, oh, I mean, if I actually focus and I think about where I'm lacking, I could actually end up playing for India. So, which was a good thing. And yeah, I think my parents were, I mean, it was their dream that one of us plays for India. So I'm happy that I could do that.
Lovely. So, you also started playing cricket with the tennis ball, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did play gully cricket. I mean, who doesn't play? I mean, as an Indian, everyone has played gully
Yeah.
cricket. Of course, at that time, the number of girls playing were a lot lesser compared to now. So I used to be the only girl playing tennis ball cricket. I mean, we call it gully cricket, and I used to be like that one person who used to bat both innings, which was good because I was girl and I was young. So yeah, I mean, I started playing of tennis ball cricket and gradually picked up leather ball.
Smriti, women's cricket has come a very long way, and you have been at the front end of it. Okay, you've been leading it. Tell me something. Did you ever feel the gender bias, and how did you overcome it?
Well, to be fair, I mean, I would be lying if I say that I'd met amazing people in my life too. Like right from my parents, like I started playing and I used to get equal amount of attention what my brother got. No, never in my house that I felt that a girl playing cricket is different to a boy playing cricket, which was amazing. even from where I started in Sangli. I used to get more importance because I was a girl sometimes. So I used to get more batting, more number of balls because I used to get a lot of attention because I was that young little girl, 5 year, 8 year old girl in all the boys. So I used to get a lot more batting and all of that. But of course, gradually you have to fight out a lot of things to get. Especially, I think initially that was lot. I mean, I would say like 8 7 8 years back, where of course you had to ask a lot more than maybe a men's team or something. But I mean, it's all in the past. I feel now, especially after BCCI has announced the pay parity. I mean, for an Indian like Indian state Indian board to do it. I mean, it's a huge step because we are, as Indians, we've always been known for men's cricket. So in the last 6 years, for women's cricket to come to this place and plus WPL, I mean, it's gotten a lot better. But yeah, I think there were those days where you had to fight it out, and I was really fortunate that I got those people who never made me feel that any different.
So you mentioned that when you were 5 years old or 8 years old, playing with all the boys, so you are already into the I would say the game, okay. But now the games are bigger. There are a billion people watching you, and when you are out there in the field, with all that pressure which is there, how do you block that noise and how you overcome that?
I think it gets the best out of you sometimes because, I mean, I've seen both sides of the coins where we started out playing for India and there used to not be many people at the stadium. We used to play in empty stadiums. To cut to now having a full stadium, almost more than 20 odd thousand people supporting and cheering for you. I mean, that feels really amazing when you go out to bat or when you're fielding out there and people are like chanting India or any other team's name or your name. I mean, that really motivates me. I mean, as a women cricketer, when I played in empty stadiums, I used to always imagine the stadium being filled and people chanting your name. And for us to happen, I don't think we take it as pressure. I just feel we are privileged that we are in that era. We are able to feel that, and yeah, I mean, there are billions of people behind you. I mean, they really want you to score. So what's the better feeling? I mean, and at the end, you play cricket for winning the match, not because what people are saying. So yeah, I mean, it just motivates me.
Nice. It's nice to hear that, when people going in the stadium, Smriti, 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 yeah, that excites you, that motivates you to move to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of gets you to push yourself a little harder because sometimes when you're playing out there and maybe you're overthinking something, maybe what she's going to bowl, what's going to happen, would we win the match, kya hoga, all of those things come and then the chants come and then you're just like, you just switch on yourself. You're like, no, okay, just watch the ball.
I know your power game has been to the next level and you've risen to the next level, taken this game to the next level, but all this doesn't happen by accident. Tell me, what's your method of training and anything unique or fun you do for recovery on or stamina, I would say.
Recovery is never fun. Like ice baths, I don't think anyone enjoys ice baths, but yeah, I mean, I always believe the way you start your career, you never end it the way you do. So every year you have to keep learning, keep growing, keep practicing in a certain way. You can't stick to one routine and say, okay, this is my routine and I'm going to do that every day and it's going to work out. I mean, after every year, the standard of international cricket goes higher. So you have to like reach the standard in terms of your fitness, in terms of your batting. Like I started my career as just the timer of the ball. I used to be like maybe more grounded shots, not like would play around 90, 100 strike rate. And then I saw everyone scoring at 160, 170, and I felt I'm lacking. So I had to go back, work on shots which maybe I was not, those were not my strength. So I had to do all of those things to get better in terms where I could compete. So yeah, I mean, there's no one method I would say, but yeah, I mean, the only thing which keeps you going is the work ethics. Anything and everything you do, you have to do it day in, day out,
Exactly.
without thinking what's going to be the outcome. Sometimes we do our work thinking, oh, I have to score, this is my outcome, but I just feel it's like you just have to put your head down. go to the gym, go to the net session, and do your work done, and get that day out, rather than thinking, oh, this is going to help me later.
Yeah, you're right. Because at the end of the day, what all matters is about the results, okay? And having a fitness regime. Tell me, when you have these crazy schedules and food is not just enough, how do you balance between the food, the regular food which is there, and any supplements?
Oh, I mean, supplements are a huge part of athletes, and especially I'm a vegetarian, so for me it is even more important. And even the recovery part, there are days where in the matches you don't feel like eating a lot of solid food, so a lot of liquids come in play, and of course Herbalife. I mean, you guys are the best. Hydrate H24 is something which I really like taking during the matches, and yeah, other supplements as well. I mean, for us to be a certain way day in day out, recover, because especially after 1 days, if you have had a long batting session, or you've had a whole day of like 8 hours of proper cricket on the ground, for us to recover the next day, your body, you can feel every muscle of your body. So the next day is very important in the terms what you eat, what you drink, and how much recovery you do in terms of your pool sessions, your ice baths, and your stretching.
Very important point you stressed upon, about the daily recovery and the need for supplements. Because a lot of people think that the supplements are basically for weight loss or they are for bulking up. Okay. I mean, what I would like to know from you is that, what are those pointers or what are those, I would say, tips you would like to give to people when they are using the supplements? And how does that help you?
I think first thing which is very important is to know your body. I feel now what is happening is like we are just trying to follow a trend that a specific person or something is happening, and it's very important to understand what is needed for your body. So I would only take those supplements which is needed for my body rather than what's happening or what people are taking. There are few supplements which don't suit me. There are few supplements which works great with me. I would not name those supplements because again I would also not want people encourage people to take those in terms, because I mean, if it works for them, they will have to try it out by themselves. So yeah, I mean, first thing is very important is to know your body, and I just feel it's a myth that supplements does that to you, or it's for weight loss. I feel it's for a normal healthy life as well. I mean, supplements are really important because our dietary, the what we eat cannot give us everything, so you have to like supplement it with something which is lacking. So I'm sure that the only thing is, of course, the only thing is that they have to know their body, what is working for them, what is not. And it's just a myth, I feel. I mean, whatever suits you, suits your body, is the best thing to do.
So what you're saying is that there are no shortcuts. What suits your body, use them. So anything which you prefer as a supplement, you can't do without. With your crazy schedules, your crazy running on the field, or the Sri Lanka weather, or what you spoke about.
Sri Lanka weather and of course, I mean, I had a issue about migraine. I mean, heat used to never suit me. Like whenever I used to play in heat, I used to have bad headaches. So for me, actually, what has helped is the H24, because of course it keeps me hydrated. I feel because of the end of the day, I feel not. I don't feel dehydrated. I feel hydrated. I don't have like the headaches have gotten a little lesser. So that's my go-to supplement when it's a hot condition. And there are a couple other supplements as a tablet which I take, which I can't do without. But again, I think it's something which are very basic ones like B12, D3, all those things which I take.
Oh, that's nice to hear that. And supplements do help you, like you mentioned about migraine and everything. And to staying hydrated is what matters to you also. Okay?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't just play in 40 plus degrees with just a water bottle. You
Yeah.
need something to keep yourself hydrated. So there are a couple of things which for sure helps all of us, and everyone has their own bottle which they have, which they like. So yeah, I mean, without that, I mean, it would be really hard for us to survive the whole 8 hours.
Smriti, you're always traveling, training, playing matches. What is that quiet moment you look forward to? Or let me ask you, how do you unwind yourself?
Actually, a nice one, because as an athlete, you're always on the move, packing. I mean, that's what I say, that we are always living out in a suitcase. And but the best time of the day for me is like once you finish the practice, you just done with the day, and that 2 hours, 3 hours, you get to your own self. So I like playing my video games. I mean, I love. I wouldn't name the games, but yeah, I mean, I love my video games. I'm uh, like a big gamer. Again, as we spoke, I love watching movies. I can keep watching movies again and again. Those are things which really makes me feel good and nice. I like that space where in the room I'm just doing things on my own, or listen to a nice playlist of music. And I love music. I mean, I can't do anything without music. Anything and everything, right from the time I wake up till I sleep. I mean, I need my music. So
Any kind of music.
more again romantic or breakup ones more. Again, it's like I've always liked slow ones, which I don't know why, but I'm not a huge fan of the faster beats. Of course, here and sometimes I like to hear those, some especially on those matches where I feel I want to get pumped up a little more. So I do hear few of the songs which makes me feel a certain way. But yeah, I mean, nowadays, like, I've started listening to a lot of instrumental, just instruments, not much, like before sleeping. So it keeps changing. I mean, depends on which headspace I am in. But yeah, I always have a speaker. I like a cup of coffee, and I just listen to music calmly. So these are a few things which I really love, and I feel that's my personal space. I mean, if someone enters it, I wouldn't really like that, because that 1 or 2 hours of the day, I feel, even when I go home, like, I'll be with my family the whole time, but that 1 or 2 hours, I just feel like in the day I need for myself, and just think about life or anything. I mean, just, I'm not a deep person, but in that 1 2 hours, I can be a little deep. And if I'm like stressed or something, just play a game. I mean, it kind of makes you forget what's happening.
One of the insights I just got from you, your favorite movie is Kaho Na Pyar Hai. And you also just mentioned that you love listening to romantic music. So that's the romantic side of Smriti, if I can say that, Smriti, right? Okay. Yeah, that's the calm bit of Smriti. Okay. Okay. So tell me, you have been having these crazy schedules, traveling and all, but I just asked you, any crazy moment
In terms of,
in while traveling or during games, or anything which really pushed you hard or made you crazy?
oh no, I think I can't go crazy. I have a defect. I mean, as I said, I mean, I'm I feel I have very less emotions, and I don't know why is that so. It's not even now. As a kid, always, I have never gotten too excited or too sad, or just feel something weird about it. I mean, I cannot. I feel for me to be overwhelmed of something, it takes like it takes a while. I mean, I don't think I can be that. So yeah, I mean, anything is white and black for me. It's good or bad. There's no, like, I don't have those extra emotions where I would just go crazy about it. So yeah, I mean, even if it's a bad schedule and you're just traveling, I mean, I'll still catch my sleep. Even if I have an hour in the bus, I'll sleep. So it's not like I've had a sleepless night. Or, I mean, for me, sleep is most very important. If I don't sleep for 8 hours, then I can go crazy. then,
Sleep is
then,
important.
yeah.
That brings me to the next thing which I would just want to ask you. It's not always about the big routines, or it's not always about those crazy schedules. It's also about the day-to-day or daily habits. Is there anything particular you do when you're going for a big match? How do you calm yourself?
I have one routine for every match. There's no big and small match for us, because I feel like once you put on the India jersey, that's a big match. I mean, you can't just then separate it with saying that, oh, this is not an important match. I mean, every match you play for your country is a important match for us.
Nice. Good
So
to hear.
I wouldn't say that it changes for any other matches. Of course, the nerves goes a little. I mean, there's a different sort of matches where your nerves will be a little higher than the others. But I think I have a set routine in terms. If from the point I get up for the match, sometimes you have a night matches, so the routine changes completely. But on a general time, 2 hours before when we are leaving, I like to just take my own time. I don't want to rush into anything. If I'm freshening up, I just need my own space, nice music. Then I try and meditate and do my breathing exercise for 10-15 minutes, which makes me feel calmer because I'm extremely fidgety person. When I'm in stance, I feel like I want to hit 10 shots. So which is not a good thing. So I have to calm myself down, and so that's something which I do before matches. 15, it's a 10-15 minute thing, not too long. And yeah, then depends. I mean, if you're batting well, you just go. Sometimes you're not batting the way you want to, you might do a little shadow batting in the room and just then go for the match. Depends. I mean, that is a very flexible thing. But yeah, the 15-minute thing doesn't change. I mean, that I do every day.
Take a moment for yourself. That's what you do, if I
Yeah.
understand.
And I feel breathing, I mean, if you have a control over your breathing, I think your half battle is won, is what I feel. And that's this recent development which I've felt, that if you do that, you're a lot. I mean, I was always a calm person, but it makes you calmer in a different way, and makes your head a lot more clear.
Smriti, you had to, also step into the leadership roles at time, okay? And everyone has their own style, okay? When you step into a leadership role or when you're leading a team, what is your style, or what is that, I would say, the message you would like to give to a leader?
I think there is no particular style of, like, you can't say that I am this and I lead a certain way, because I feel cricket is a team sport. Every player is different. I can't talk to like same player, like a different set of players in the same way. Like if I have to be hard with someone, I have to be hard with that particular person, but someone else needs something else, I should be able to do that. So the biggest thing as a leader is, I think, being flexible, and second is not thinking about what you want, is and thinking about what they want. And then of course having that kind of a balance where you both come to the same page, because I just feel like if I tell that, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, they might do it out of that fear, but they will not put their heart into it. But if we come on the same line and we agree to do those things, they will also do it with the whole heart. So that is something very big for me as a leadership, that I have to understand what they want from me, and they have to understand what I want from them, and then we find a place where we both agree. So, and the communication part, I mean, I really like to communicate and understand what's happening. That's how I feel. But again, I said, there are days where you have to be hard. There are days where you have to just tell that, girls, it's okay. I mean, you've lost, it's okay. No worries. I mean, what the things you have to balance. I mean, you can't just be a certain way. So I wouldn't say there's one leadership style I have. I mean, there are days where I have to choose separately. There are days where I have to call them out and say that this is not right. You have to push yourself. So I mean, yeah, it keeps changing, and that's the biggest thing. I mean, you have to be flexible.
So what you're trying to say is, or the message which you're giving is, that as a leader, you're supposed to listen, you're supposed to communicate and balance between your team and bring them, everyone, into the same goal, the same vision, and drive the team towards that.
Yeah, and same goal and same vision in their own way.
Okay.
Sometimes what happens is we have a vision and a goal, and we say that, okay, you have to follow how we are following. But the outcome, if the outcome is, the goal is same, and they have their own journeys towards the goal, I am okay with it. So they don't have to follow the same path of what I follow to reach that goal. They have to follow their own path, but the goal has to be same. I don't know if it's making sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
So everyone has their own ways. Everyone has their own techniques. No one has to go and say that, okay, I have to change theirs. But of course, the goal has to be important, and the goal has to be one for the team. And then how you reach it, it's you. I wouldn't come into that. If you need me, I'm there, but I won't tell you that do this, do that.
Nice. Smriti, these days the athletes are just not only on the field. There is a lot of recognition. There is a lot of spotlight which is coming to them on the social media or online. Tell me, is it fun? Is it stressful? And how do you manage all that spotlight which you get online?
I don't think I take myself that seriously. मतलब वो आपको तभी problem करती है जब when you are taking yourself too seriously, and then whatever people say about you makes you feel good and bad. I know I am not perfect. I mean, no one is perfect. So I will have good days, I will have bad days. And if कोई मेरी तारीफ करे and I'm like, oh yes, wow, and someone is criticizing and I'm like, अरे how can he say that, or how can she say that? I mean, that's wrong. I mean, in India, everyone knows and thinks that this is a certain way you play cricket, or this is how you play cricket. Especially being a cricketer, I mean, everyone knows that, oh, aisa hi khelna chahiye. So I mean, they have their own opinions, but it doesn't. I don't take it to my heart because they come from a place where they are more emotional. They are watching, they are supporting. If you don't do well, of course, they are hurt as much as we are hurt. So they can say what they want to say. Of course, there are times where people overboard it with few things, but I mean, I do not take it that seriously. For me, it's just like,
Are you a social media person?
do I look now? No, I'm not. I mean, whatever. Uh, I'm not that great. I like to, of course, I would be lying if I say I don't go on it. I do go, and I love seeing the memes and reels and all of those things. I keep sending it to all my friends, which are relatable. Like there are some shorter person reels, taller person reels, and then whoever is my friend, I'll keep sharing it and I'll tease them about whatever it is. But yeah, not that my life is on social media. What I want to put out is there, but
Okay.
not that everything and anything I do in my day is on social media. I think I like to keep a lot in private because we are already out there so much.
Correct.
I mean, that also part of my life. I don't want to put it out so much, but of course, there are people who follow us, they want to know. So, yeah, you have to find a balance of they should also know what's happening, but not that I'm putting out everything on it. And not that I take what they say or what happens seriously as well. Not the appreciation, not the criticism. I mean, I just take it as a part of our life. It's like,
How do you manage criticism if you see something on social media? Do you try to
देखो
improve on that?
पहले तो बहुत रोती थी. I mean, 10 years back, 8 years back, I would say. रोती थी, I mean, अरे ये कैसे बोल रहा है, ये कैसे बोल रही है, मैंने तो करा ही नहीं, I was like 22 and you don't understand what's happening and they don't know what you're going through. But I think in 5 years, you come to a place where I don't know that guy. I don't know where he or she is writing it from or which part of the world they are writing it from or what is their problem in their life that they are putting it out so much hate on social media. So now it does not matter. Now I have like people who I surround myself with, my family, my of course my parents and my coaches, my friends, and what they talk about me or their opinion matters. I mean, that I take to my heart. But whatever I read it on, I mean, now I have come to a place where I can laugh about it. I mean, I'm just like,
No, you rightly said something very important. Surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with positive people. Even if there is negativity around you, because positivity has got much more power than overcoming the negative.
yeah, it's very important. I mean, surrounding yourself to people who tell you what is right and wrong is the most important part, because after reaching a certain place, I mean, people around you just want to talk good things about you. Sometimes, I mean, they just want to tell you that how good you are, and that sometimes makes you go to a world which does not exist. I mean, you're not that good. No one is that good. So you should have people around you who will tell you what is the truth. Like, if I go in an interview and I'm a little like rude or something, which I don't, but if at all I do that, first call I'll get from my brother like, ज़्यादा चढ़ गया तेरा, थोड़ा नीचे आ जा. So I mean, those sort of things is very important, and I value that, because if I don't get that from my family or my friends, even my teammates, if they don't tell me the truth, I am never going to learn and improve. I will feel that I am perfect. So surrounding yourself with people who is going to call out right and wrong things, I mean, that's very important.
Exactly. Tell me, Smriti, you have played so many matches, and you mentioned to me that every match is important to you. Is there any particular match which has stayed on your mind, or you remember that, and for what reason you would remember that?
Weirdly, I remember all the matches which we have lost because I mean, if you win, you celebrate that win and you move forward. But there are some losses which makes you feel heartbroken, and you kind of feel that maybe I could have done that a little better that day. Maybe I would have stayed, or maybe I would have played a certain ball, or I would have fielded, I would have dived for that ball. Maybe we would have won. That really stays with you for a very long time, and you feel that little bit regret that maybe I should have done that, or उस दिन मैंने शायद मेरा work ethics बड़े, you kind of start thinking कि what you could have done better. So there are a few matches which I have definitely felt that, and I still remember those good ones. Of course, I mean there are a lot of good ones, but which you remember, but which stays with you forever is the ones which you actually you could not go over the line, and you feel that there are days where you feel you've given everything and you still could not go over the line is fine, but as a person you know sometimes that maybe I could have done that better, तो वो थोड़ा रह जाते हैं, and I mean I kind of feel that then कि then that makes me, that's in like that diary which I write which makes me feel motivated to get better.
Exactly. So I think what you mentioned earlier was that, you know, when there's a failure, learn from your failures. Okay. So that's the message which you're trying to say, is that even during the match, those particular matches stays on your mind, and you try to improve from those matches which have not, you know, yielded the result which you were expecting, and you learn from it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't, then you're gonna be the same player or same person. I mean, there's no fun in that. So
Learn from your mistakes, improve on them,
yes.
and be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, and I'm a big believer in writing it down. I mean, just write it down and manifest it.
You write down your goals also, that this is what you want to do.
If you don't have goals, what's the point of getting up? I mean, if you're getting up in the day, you have to have a goal, na? I mean,
Exactly.
उठ के बिना गोल के क्या करना
क्या
है,
करोगे
क्या
दिन में?
करोगे? I mean, you should have a short-term goal, long-term goal. Otherwise, there's no fun in waking up. I mean, I just feel like there should be something I look forward in the day, in the week, in the month, in the year, and that has to happen when I write it down. So yeah, I do write it down, and sometimes you achieve it, sometimes you don't, but I feel
But you have a goal.
I have a goal. Even if I don't achieve it, I have another goal. If I achieve it, I'm like, okay, this is done, another goal. So both ways you should have a goal.
So that's a word of wisdom from Smriti, you know. Write down your short-term goals, long-term goals, aim for them, and if you don't achieve your goal, go for the next goal, okay? But never ever lose hope. Keep going after your goals.
You
So
put it in a very nice way. I didn't know I sounded like that.
No, you sounded like that, you know. Let's step off the pitch now. You ready for that? Okay. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's have some singles or rapid questions. You ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I prefer rapid ones.
You prefer rapid ones. Yeah, because ladies and gentlemen, because Smriti is a hard hitter, okay? Yeah, and she is like, she believes in fours and sixes. That's what we have seen her. And you know, when we see her playing cricket and we wait for that, when is going to be the next six coming from Smriti, you know, that's it. Okay, let's do that rapid fire now, okay? A movie you have watched more than 5 times.
Oh, there's so many.
Okay, which is your favorite then?
Kaho Na Pyare. I mean, I am a die-hard Hrithik fan, so I mean, I would have watched Kaho Na Pyare, Dhoom 2 more than 20 odd times. 5 तो आप कम ही बोल रहे हो.
20? Wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I had a CD of Doom 2. I mean, of course used to watch in CDs back then. I feel old, but yeah, I mean, and I remember his entry song. इतनी बार देख लिया कि वो CD actually वहाँ पे खराब भी हो गई थी. So, and yeah, कुछ कुछ होता है, कभी खुशी कभी गम, all those movies. I mean, all the 90s classic movies. I'm sure everyone. Suryavansham. How can you? I mean, Setamax पे हमेशा आप Suryavansham. I mean, I would have watched Suryavansham more than 10 to 15 times. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's so many movies which you've watched more, and I'm like a proper Bollywood person. So
you're a proper Bollywood person.
Yeah, rom-com Bollywood. I need to watch a movie which makes me feel good.
And you're a die-hard fan of Hrithik Roshan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my brother both. I mean,
Yeah.
We grew up doing those steps. I mean, I'm not a good dancer, but yeah, those steps of Kaho Na Pyare and all. I mean.
Do you mind doing that step?
No,
come on.
I said
come on,
no.
Okay. She has watched that movie, a particular movie. You said 20 times.
More than
20
yeah,
times.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Wow. I wish I could do that. You know.
I have a bad memory. So the thing is that I watch a movie and in a year I forget what happened.
And you
so
go back
when
again.
I watch it again, it's like almost watching a new movie.
Okay.
So that is a good thing and a bad thing also sometimes when you don't have a good memory.
Next one, a place you have been dying to travel to.
Home. I mean, we could go less, like I stay in Sangli back home. So of course, you don't get to spend a lot of time at your house and with your family. So whenever I have time, I just want to go back home and be with them. So because we travel so much, I would not name another place because we're always on road.
So, ladies and gentlemen, she's a hard hitter on the field, but she's a soft person at heart because she misses her family, and the moment she gets an opportunity, she wants to be back home. Lovely to hear that. Okay, next one. One thing you can never travel without.
So many. Phone, of course.
One thing.
Phone. I
Phone.
mean phone, yeah.
Okay.
Without phone, it's a little like you can panic, right? Like if you don't have a phone, what would you do if you're stuck?
Yeah.
Headphones, like I don't think I can travel without. And one thing, if I'm on tour, of course, without my cricket kit, I can't travel. What would I do on a tour without a cricket kit?
Exactly. Exactly. If it was not cricket, what you would be doing today?
I would be a chef.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
If not cricket, I would be something into hotel. I mean, like something into cooking or some. Maybe I'm not sure what, but yeah, I love food. I love making food. So yeah,
What's your favorite cuisine?
Indian.
Indian?
Yeah, I'm not a fancy person. I like my ghar ka dal, chawal, roti, sabji.
Or
But
dal, chawal, roti, sabji.
yeah, we chill and yeah. If at all I have to choose another one is Italian. Of course, vegetarian. You don't have many options, but yeah, Italian is something which I enjoy. I like a nice pasta.
Mhm. So isn't that, one of the places you would like to travel to is Italy to try that pasta?
I would love to. I was in Austria, Switzerland last year, so I wanted to do more of Europe and all. But yeah, as I said, if I have one thing in place is home.
Mm-hmm.
If there, of course, there are lists. I mean, of course, I have not been to a lot of places. I only travel to the cricket playing nations more. But yeah, I mean, I would love to explore Europe more. We had an amazing time there.
So, Smriti, your journey is beyond inspirational, okay? And you're one of those girls, who gives out a very powerful message to every girl out there who's trying to break those, the everyday society norms. What would you like to tell that girl which is out there, that this isn't you? What is the message you would like to give to the girl
This
out there?
isn't you. I mean, like
When I say is that you are an inspiration, like I mentioned to you. You've been challenging the societal norms, the kind of fame which you have received in cricket. Okay, what is that? Let me put it this way: what is the message you would like to give to the girl outside?
I think one which I realized very late is I think you should not be. I mean, you shouldn't be scared of failures. It's something which I mean, as you grow up, you realize that you have more bad days than good days.
Exactly.
Especially as cricket, I mean, you are not going to score centuries or 50s every match. There are going to be bad days, and you shouldn't be like scared of them. You have to accept it. It's going to happen, and understand a way or find your own way to overcome it. And second thing is never try and copy anyone or anything. Just have your own journey, do your own mistakes, have your own days where you have a lot of like you score runs or you take wickets. But yeah, I mean, just have your own journey. I mean, nowadays because of social media, I mean, we start thinking that oh, she has an amazing life, she has had this, has done that. But the fact is that everyone's had their own journeys to reach the place, and now what we see is that final place, and then we are like, oh, we want to be that. But not many people actually talk that they've failed more than they've succeeded. So to reach a place, you have to go through that. So you don't have to be scared of that. And as kids, it's very important because everyone and anyone you hear is like, oh, what if that happens? I mean, it is gonna happen. What if
Exactly,
not? What
yeah.
is not gonna happen? There's nothing like you work at office. Come on, you tell me, do you have a good day every day?
Not really.
So
Every day, some challenge or other comes up.
yeah, so I mean, that's gonna happen. And if I talk only about my successful days, I'm gonna misguide them because they're gonna feel that's the way. There are more bad days when I'm in the room alone and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do now. I'm stuck. There are gonna be those days, but I just feel they have to overcome that and accept it. It's gonna happen. It's normal. It's chill.
Chill karo, pressure mat lo, calm रहो.
नहीं, प्रेशर आएगा, प्रेशर आप हैंडल कैसे करोगे वो सीखो.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a very powerful message what Smriti has just shared with us. And Smriti, thank you for, keeping this conversation going. It was fun talking to you. You have been really, really inspirational. A lot of powerful messages to the people out there, and especially, how to being a girl or being a woman, how to overcome the challenges, and what you rightly said is that, failures, never be scared of the failures. And if the failures come, how do you overcome them? So that has been really, really powerful, and it was a pleasure being with you. And I wish you all the success for your future. Keep hitting those sixes, those fours, those overdrive. Did I do the overdrive correctly, or it's overdrive is this way?
There's no term called overdrive,
There's
but
no overdrive?
we can make one.
Poor, I'm really bad in cricket, But hook तो ये होता है ना?
हाँ, pull hook.
Pull hook ये होता है ना?
Yes.
और cut ये होता है.
Cut is this, yeah.
Cut is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys learned something from Smriti today, okay? So, so Smriti, before we close the show today, okay, is there any particular message you want to give to the youth of today?
Nothing, man. I mean, I only believe that you have to enjoy what you do. You have to have fun. I mean, like, without actually enjoying it, having fun, there's no point in doing what you're doing. So, in whatever their profession is, what they do in their daily life, or if they are cricketers, cricket. But I just feel every day should be something, of course, as I said, to look forward to and to have a lot of fun. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to, my only aim in my life is that every day I go to bed, I should feel, oh, okay, I did what I had to do in the day, and I sleep with a smile. I mean,
You're satisfied with
you're satisfied and you're just happy. I mean, what's the point of life if you're not happy? You're just doing it for something. I do something like, if I always say, I will play cricket till I'm happy playing cricket, till I'm happy actually hearing the sound of the bat. I love it. I don't think anything can make me happier. So whatever makes them happy, I feel they should have. And if it's their job or is that, I mean, that's the best thing, of course. Like, we are lucky to have our passion and job, professional stuff is same. But if it's not, find your time to make yourself happy, because without happiness, I mean, there's nothing. So you should always smile and enjoy and be content in life.
Lovely message, and Smriti, what you rightly said is that whatever you do, you should enjoy that. And when you go back and you put your head on the pillow, you should be satisfied of what you have achieved. That's a fantastic message. So Smriti, thank you for keeping this conversation so real. I had fun talking to you. I learned that this is a hook and this is a cut, other things, I'll keep learning and never again do a wrong kind of a shot, I would say, on drive or off drive.
No, it's okay, you can do that, I'll correct you.
Okay. Smriti, you have reminded us that, performance is about, it's more about power. Okay. It's more than about power. It's all about being consistent. It's about care. It's about belief, that if you have the belief in yourself, you can achieve anything. Okay. Whether it's, pushing through pressure or, fueling your body right, or, a journey through masterclass in balance, maintaining that balance between, the pressure, the calmness and everything, So, to each one of you out there, whatever your field, whatever your challenge, take a page out of Smriti's playbook, believe in your routine, trust the people who lift you, and never be afraid to write your own story. So that when you go back, and put your head on the pillow, as Smriti said, you are satisfied and you sleep well. Well, if this resonated with you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, or leave us a comment to keep the momentum going. This was Live Your Best Life Unscripted. Until next time, stay grounded, stay bold, and stay true to the life you want to live.